Happy Friday. Tyson, what is this? I just get on and there's a donation to my chocolate milk and donuts fund. Wow, thank you. Big thank you. Here, let's heart it. We're going to like it. We all like it. Oh my gosh, yes we do. That's awesome. Thank you. Holy smokes. Today's a very busy day. Very busy. Yesterday was insane. Oh my gosh, it was so good. The kids did the play. Of course, both of my older kids are in the play, and I was in charge of filming it. Now, in some ways, I kind of only have one shot at this, and so I was very glad I went the night before on Wednesday night to kind of like scope it out, see what the play, see kind of the layout of it and all that, and get the right angles and whatnot, and so I got some great camera angles of it last night because I sort of did my homework the night before. It was great. And they absolutely just brought down the house. They did so good. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was sad. It was happy. It was everything. Very emotionally moving. It was a very cool play. It was a very cool play. So I am just so proud of those kids, my kids, and all of the kids that were on stage. But just at the same time, I'm also glad that at least the first step is over, which was filming the thing. Now is the next step is to edit the whole video, which is always fun to do. I don't mind doing editing. I actually love video editing. But they want it very quickly this time, like before Thanksgiving, like even today, tomorrow, if possible. Now, I've got a doubleheader of basketball games, so it's not going to happen tonight. But I might try to make some progress on it, like while the kids are broadcasting basketball. I'm just sitting there, like, editing the video in the background until my laptop dies. So I don't know. We'll see where that takes me, but it could be a big one. Callie has an evil laugh for me. Winaloo defeated the mighty Aranya today, and she's also going to destroy me. Oh no. Your evil laughing during my heartwarming story. The juxtaposition of the two things is just funny. All right, well, let's see where this takes us then. Race car, beautiful palindrome, lapel pin, screwdriver, wolf eel, bolt cutter, greyhound, scarf ring, grumpy old man, cosmopolitan. Okay, I think I see one of them. Lavalier. I think I see another one. Clownfish, awareness ribbon, talking doll, chow mein, boutonniere, and sea breeze. I actually have a friend. His nickname is Sea Breeze. Not spelled like that. It's with a C. Okay, so something you would pin onto your lapel. That would be an awareness ribbon, a boutonniere if you're going to prom or something, a lavalier, a microphone. I wear a lavalier microphone all day, every day when I'm teaching. They give you these goofy little, like, around the neck, almost necklace microphones, and I absolutely hate them. I don't like the sound of them. So I have a real, actual, like, lavalier mic, and then a lapel pin. And that is the yellow category, things worn on a lapel. The other thing that I saw were, now I don't see it, certain drinks, cosmopolitan, a screwdriver, that's the only two I know. Wolf eel, clownfish, Jeez. The only palindrome, I immediately thought palindrome when I saw race car. But I don't see another palindrome on there. Cosmopolitan. It's a magazine and a drink. Scarf ring? What is going on there? Scarf? What is a scarf ring? You put on a scarf and then you like tie it up. Is that called a scarf ring? Or there's like bolt cutter. So typically we refer to bolt cutters in the plural. Are there other things that should be plural? They only really go together if they're in the plural. Greyhounds, scarf rings. What is a scarf? I don't even know what a scarf ring is. Grumpy old men. Screwdrivers. You can have a single screwdriver. Clownfishes. Oh boy. Talking doll. So let's think of talking dolls. Chucky is a talking doll. It's a murderous talking doll. A grumpy old man. Is there a movie that involves a grumpy old man and a talking doll? Oh my gosh, these are Pixar movies. Talking doll. Toys, just all of toys. Grumpy old man, that's Up. Clownfish, that's Finding Nemo. And then race car, that's just Cars. What do you bet? What do you bet? What do you bet? Blue. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so apparently something is even easier than that. You feel shameful for looking some of these up? Didn't realize they were Pixar movies. Yeah, when I saw Grumpy Old Man, and I was like, what? And then a talking doll. I'm like, they got to be talking about some specific talking doll. There are many talking dolls. Golly. Screwdriver. Wolf eel. So why is chow mein on there? Chow. Chow is a type of dog. Mein. Oh, did you really? Oh, I love Chinese food. I love Chinese food. Oh my gosh, my mind just exploded. My mind just exploded. Okay, chow. You're going to chow down on something. You're going to scarf something down. You're going to bolt it down. Oh, and you're going to wolf. Yes, that's it. What do you bet that's purple? Purple. Yep. Yep, there it is. What do you... Oh, Tyson's telegraphing me answers. I love it. Cosmopolitan, Greyhound, Gray, Screwdriver, Hound, Driver. I don't know. What's... Those are cocktails. Okay, I told you. I knew the cocktails of... Wait, go back. Cosmopolitan is a... I think it's like fruity. I don't know. I know nothing about alcohol. A screwdriver, I know that one. And a sea breeze, apparently, and a greyhound. Huh. All right, well, I guess you have to be in the know to know. If you know, you know. That's funny. No, Tyson, I saw your comment after I put it in. To bolt, to chow, to scarf, to wolf. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so funny. For eat, like eat vigorously. Things worn on lapels. There's the yellow category. Awareness ribbon, a boutonniere, right? You go to fancy dance, you get a boutonniere, and the girl gets a corsage. Corsage? I don't know. Lapel pin or a lavalier microphone. Pixar protagonists, a clownfish, a grumpy old man, a race car, and a talking doll. Love that. Starting with synonyms for eat. A little surprised I saw that one first. Bolt for bolt cutter. I thought it was something like it's a singular, had to be plural, because I usually say bolt cutters with an S. Chow mein. Golly, chow mein sounds good. Yeah, it's all good. Retitle your live stream. Grumpy young man goes to chow some chow mein. I may go chow some chow mein. I love chow mein. I don't mind making it myself either. I've got fish sauce and all the different ingredients that you need. So yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. And then the green category, cocktails. I kind of bookmarked mentally, and then after I left it, I forgot. The Cosmopolitan, the Screwdriver, those are cocktails, and then the Greyhound and the Sea Breeze. I'm gonna have to look those up. I don't know. Forgot to share this. When I had plane in 2 guesses, someone said, "Oh no, a plane crash." That's funny. Alrighty. Well, Tyson, whether I look at it or not, no telegraphing answers anymore, all right? Okay, so pump iron, maybe lift. Pier is your equal, maybe? I might change that, I don't know. Like music of Rick James and James Brown, that's piano. But if there's a Q, then that means it would have to be a U. Something U. Blues. Soul. I don't know. We'll come back. Animal that can't change its stripes. Tiger can't change its stripes. Pointed park of a fork. I know this one actually. That is a tine. Dominant hand for Shohei Ohtani when batting, but not pitching. Actually, that is his left. Some are, what do you call that? When you switch, when you're right-handed or left-handed. You're ambidextrous, but I think in baseball they have a name for it. Resignation. I quit. Mushrooms, mold, and mildew. Those are all fungi. They're gross. Is this seat taken? And then U-shaped instrument in ancient Greece. How about the lyre with a Y? Why is it with a Y? So that this word right here, James Brown and Rick James, is funk music. It's funky. Play that funky music. That's neither of those people. That's, I think, Average White Band. It was like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. Average White Band. Pump iron to lift. Appear and equal. Like the music of Rick James or James Brown. Funky. An animal that can't change its stripes, per an old adage. A tiger. Pointed part of a fork is the tine. Dominant hand for Shohei Ohtani when batting. He's lefty, but then pitching, he's righty. My son is left-handed in most things. There are some things that he's right-handed in. He writes left-handed, and he... trying to think of what else. He throws left-handed. He writes left-handed. The one thing that he does right-handed, though, is that he golfs right-handed. If I get my hands on some left-handed clubs, I bet he would like that even more. But there are some things he does lefty versus righty. It's rare to meet left-handed people. Is it? Tangle Tower. Oh, yeah, actually, though, you would know that. Is left-handed genetic? I don't know. I watched a video recently about, like, everything around us being either right-handed or left-handed. Like, your body knows how to fight the common cold because it is a left-handed, like, helix, but then they figured out how to create the opposite helix, and it's like your body doesn't detect it, right? So it's like a super virus. It's just the common cold, but it goes opposite, and your body doesn't know how to fight it. So like it was bizarre to hear, but like a lot of the things in the world around us, like the biological world, is either right-handed or left-handed, like right spiraled or left spiraled. It's kind of interesting. So I think there is some genetics to that. I don't know what sets that off, but yeah, it's interesting. Resignation proclamation. I quit. Mushrooms, mildew, mold, fungi. Is this seat taken? U-shaped instrument in ancient Greece, the lyre. I can also play the lyre. All right. Well, good. Goody good. Boink. Boink. There we go. Usually I click one and then the other, but that's okay. Yeah, the Wordle. The Wordle. Hard mode. I should tell you a funny story about games today. So I'm very careful to not see the answer to the Wordle or the connections or anything as I walk by. You know, so today specifically, the kids were taking a test, big test, like high profile state level test for proficiency in what I teach. A lot of times you'll give it later in the semester. I like to do it while they know everything and strike while the iron is hot, so to say, before Thanksgiving, so that they are, you know, they're well versed in it. They're actively participating in it, and they know better. And so but after Thanksgiving, the kids' brains are mush, right? So I want to have them, still be spry and thinking about it. And then we do our final project, without interruption. So, so we did this big test, and they give the kids an entire 90 minutes. And of course, there are fast test takers, there are slow test takers. There's kids that get a 93 and they did it in 5 minutes. There are also kids that work for 45 minutes and they work their absolute darndest and they got a 45 or something. Like they really tried. They were trying. It just took a long, long time. And everyone in between, right? Usually these tests take anywhere from, a half hour to 45 minutes, how many questions there are. And then you check all your answers and whatnot. And then we've got the rest of the 90-minute period to just do whatever, to, work on a project that we're already doing or start something new, or just sometimes I'll say, hey, just go take pictures for fun, And in one of my classes, they're playing this game. Now, I don't know if you guys, some of my audience is a little older, right? They're not high schoolers. And so maybe you don't know about this game. There's this goofy game called LOL Beans, LOL Beans. I think it has a Z on the end. And, oh my gosh, these kids, during the pandemic, it was like the game, right? Everyone was playing it. Every kid, all the time, playing LOL Beans. And then for a long time, nobody played anything. We played chess. We played other random things. I'm walking around, kids are playing different games. And then just this year, LOL Beans has kind of made a resurgence, which is really funny. It was based on a video game, or I guess it was a game. It was a computer game / console called, I think it's Fall Guys or something. I don't know. It sounds like the movie. But it's these goofy little beans, and they're jumping all over the place, and you have to qualify, and you beat everyone else in the race and push everyone else off. And they're like, Miller, you should play LOL Beans. And I was like, nah, let's not worry about it, So I put in all their grades and stuff, and they're, come on, Miller, play LOL Beans. And I'm like, all right, how about one round? So I jumped into their server, and I play. Everyone's done with the test. It's not like I'm not proctoring the test anymore, so. It was wide open. So I played, and they were like, you are so good at this. I'm like, I have been playing video games for longer than you've been alive. Don't forget. I know what I'm doing here. It was really funny. Because they had it in their heads that, this old man, I can just school him. And, I got first place, and I qualified every round and stuff. It's so funny. I love skunking kids. In games they think they're amazing at, and then I turn out to be better. Like Mario Kart, I'm the king of 150cc. I will dominate every time, and kids just go, whoa, you're a good racer. I'm like, yeah, I know how to brake drift. I know the perfect kart combinations. Don't mess with me. It's so funny. And then I'm pretty decent at Smash Bros too, but the kids will challenge me, and I will just they'll pick their favorite character that they have been playing for years and years, and I will just pick random, and they'll go, oh, you're picking random because you don't know how to play the game. And I'm like, no, I picked random because I know what I'm doing. It's really funny, and I just skunk them. It's so funny to do that. My son, he's a really good Smash Bros player. He can dominate against anybody. He's so good. We have tournaments every once in a while at the school. All right, what are we doing here? How about trunk? No dice. All right, no help at all. How about deals? Okay, there's an E, there's an L. How about loamy? Yes, it is. Look it up. Soft, loamy soil. Absolutely. That is absolutely a word. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Okay, so this could be like... I was going to say like ER or ED. But I don't see any of that. So what if it ended with an E? Oh, there's one. Pixel. No dice, but it does end in EL. Okay. Pixel. So it's not pixel. It is... about vowel. V-O-W. Okay, and then E-L. How about that? Nice. A very self-reflexive puzzle today. Talking about vowels and the vowels that are in the word vowel. So I tried trunk. That was no help. Tried deals, which gave us an E and an L. Pixel, which gave us an EL at the end. And then vowel. Vowels. Consonants and vowels. When you were a child and a teenager, you had a Super Nintendo. Fun. Love that. Love to play Super Nintendo. Loved Mario Kart on there. Loved Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, man. Oh, man. You just named two of my favorite Mario games there. Super Mario Bros. 3. Love it. I had that on the original NES and ports of it to the Super Nintendo. And then Super Mario World. Oh, man. Oh, I played for hours. Hours and hours and hours. I was really good at flying. I was good at, oh my gosh. Yeah, I could, defeat castles really quickly. Yeah, I love that. Mario World. What a game. What a game. Oh, you did it in 4? After Crash and Bingo, you said Dottie? Oh, funny. It's risky using a double T like that. But if it works, it works. All right, Strands, what you got for me? Heard at the board meeting. How about at a board meeting? B-O-R-E-D. I'm always bored at meetings. Yeah, you did get oddly in 3, so I guess it's worth it. Heard at the board meeting. What would this be? Heard at the board meeting. Like, executives or... I like looking in corners. Sometimes that gives me a good head start. Corporate. Come on, at a board meeting, corporate. Maybe this is the spangram. Corporate. Corporate speak. Well, I don't work in a corporation. Pivot. Oh, what else would they... Like, circle back. What other goofy things do they say? Align. Alignment. Does it go this way? Something ties. Come on, Callie, you go to corporate meetings all the time. I was going to say like liquidate or something. I see escalate, but... No, you said you had to leave because you had a corporate meeting to go to. I read between the lines. I know what you said. Idea. Ideate. Yeah, that is a corporate word. Come up with ideas. No, they say ideate. Scale. Okay, 2 more words. I have no idea. I have no idea. Upturned. I don't know. I don't know. I'm painted into a corner here. I have no idea. Should we use a hint? You guys want to tell me a hint, or should I hit the hint button? Because this is not, I don't know. I need to know what words this is. That's too many vowels. What? Like liaison? Liaise? Yuck, what a word. Oh, I know.
Disrupt. We're going to disrupt the market with this product.
Heard at the board meeting. This is corporate speak. All the business jargon that you'd hear in a CEO's office or a giant 5th level office building. Liaise, like I guess liaison. Is that the verb for a liaison? To liaise? Disrupt. Align. Pivot. Scale. I thought it was like escalate. And then ideate. Come up with ideas. Call it what it is. All right. Let's ideate the competition. For the record, I've never said the words ideate or liaise in my whole life. I don't think I have. I've said ideate like ironically, but never actually in a sentence to mean something like, hey, come up with ideas. No, I say come up with ideas. In fact, I've got a great name for it. I call it brain dumping. Right? Brainstorming is too like organized. I'm like, okay, you just need to get, things out of your head onto paper. So dump it out, even if you think it's the dumbest idea in the world. One of my Millerisms is the only bad idea is the one you didn't write down. So if you think you have the dumbest idea in the world, whatever, write it down anyway. It may come back to be the best idea in the entire world. You got lucky on scale. I had to use my hint for liaise. All right, we got to solve in 4 words. We got to be really efficient with this. G, R, and T, O, M, N, U, E, and D, B, I, H. Okay. So there's no A, there's no S. R and T are on the same side, so like girth can't work. We can do ing words. We can do ing about. Huh. Thinking of throughput, throughout. We could do throughout, but that just duplicates letters. Would put us on a friendlier letter. How about O-U-T? So we play throughout, and then timbre. Timbre. It's the delicate roundness of a sound, the emotion of a sound, like it's tough to describe, like the uniqueness of a sound, like a snare drum versus a trombone versus a breaking glass, or everything has a timbre to it. Excuse me, timbre. There. End. We ended the puzzle. End. We did it in 3. Throughout. Timbre. Timbre. I think it's a French word. Timbre. Oh my gosh. Fat finger syndrome. 2 primary words. In music, the quality of a sound. Yeah. Timbre is a French word. The word has rich etymology coming from the Greek word for drum, and initially referred to as a kind of drum in French before taking on meaning related to bells, stamps, and the unique tone of a voice or instrument.
Timbre. Timbre.
Timbre. Timbre. Here, let's put it the other way. Timbre.
Chambre.
Chambre. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Chambre means bedroom or just chamber, right? It's your room. Interesting. Why would that turn into... I love the like evolution of words. I think that's fascinating. All right, so throughout led us to timbre or timbre, as we say in English. It has an A sound because in French, the I makes kind of an ah sound. Timbre. And then end. Actually, just last night, I helped change the timbre of something. It was right before the musical started, and a kid actually lives in our neighborhood, good friend of my daughter, and we're good family friends with his family. He is the drummer for the musical's like pit orchestra, and I was listening to it on the prior night, right on Wednesday, and I said, it's got kind of a papery sound, and I had the same exact problem. I asked ChatGPT, I watched videos, I tried to figure it out, and I realized that I was trying to tighten the attack head, and I should have been tightening the reso head, the resonant head. And I said, if you just gave it like a quarter turn, and so right before the musical, he was like, well, I don't have a drum key, but maybe I'll ask the music director. And the music teacher did have she had a drum key, but she was very suspicious about, why would you want to change the sound of the head? And he was like, well, I just thought it could be a little tighter. And I came over and I was like, hey, I think it could use a little tightness. I dealt with the same problem just a little while ago, and I needed to just sort of tighten the resonant head just a little bit on the bottom. And she said, oh, okay. And she kind of played with the resonant head a little bit and then flipped it over and, tightened the attack head. And I was like, well, okay, that'll do a little bit too, who am I, right? Not my job. One of those not my job, NMJ. But listening to it the first night, I was like, I could use a little more crack. I'm OCD about drums, I guess. But when I listened to the crack of his drum, I was like, no, you could add a little more attack to this by tightening up the resonant head. And so they did end it. It did sound better. It actually did really sound better. It had more pop, more attack. And I was standing at the back of the auditorium, and I was like, hey, play that again. And once they had set the drum back up, and he played, a little riff on the drums, and I was like, sounds awesome now. Could it have gone tighter? Of course it could have gone tighter. But you know what? They made it sound great. They made it sound really, really good. So I was happy with it. They were happy with it. I know. It is Drum Geeks Hour. I could nerd out about drum equipment, percussion equipment. I could talk to you for an hour and a half about this siren whistle that I purchased. All the things. The way it actually makes that sound is very similar to the fire engine making a sound. It's fascinating. Anyway, don't want to bore you to tears. I think it's good to recap our answers. Actually, before we recap our answers, how did they do yesterday's puzzle? Schmutz and Zainali. All right, I could see Schmutz, but to end one and start the next with the Z, I'm impressed. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Schmutz. Now you get some schmutz on your face. Hey, wipe it out. You got schmutz on your face. All right. Well, we're going to go over our answers to the connections, the mini crossword, the Wordle, the Strands, and our old pal, the Letterboxd. So, you guys were worried about me with the connections, and honestly, boy, you made me worried too. I'm not going to lie to you. I got this one right away. Things worn on lapels. Awareness ribbons, right? Cancer awareness or different things. Boutonniere, right? You go to a fancy dance and the girl and the guy exchange a boutonniere or a corsage. And then a lapel pin, right? Show what you stand for with a lapel pin. And then a lavalier, which is a microphone that clips onto your lapel. I wear one every day, all day, every day, actually, during school. Pixar protagonists, there's the clownfish, the grumpy old man, the race car, and the talking doll. The clownfish was Finding Nemo. The grumpy old man was from Up. Race car, of course, was from from Cars. And then the talking doll, many talking dolls from Toys. You're gonna have the cocktail. Let me know how it goes. If you make yourself a cosmopolitan, a greyhound, a screwdriver, a sea breeze, a white Russian. I will probably just have the Shirley Temple. Thank you. I actually love the flavor of grenadine, so Shirley Temple's right up my alley. Starting with the synonyms for eat: bolt, cutter, to bolt down your meal; chow mein, scarf ring, and a wolf eel. What is a scarf ring? I'm going to look that up. Scarf ring. I don't know what else I expected. It's a ring that holds your scarf on. Sort of like a, one of those, like a Boy Scout one. Yeah, what did we call those? Are they just called scarf rings? Yeah, I remember back when I was in Boy Scouts, we had scarf rings. Huh, that's cool. Oh, look, you can 3D print your own. How about that? Cool. Then our mini crossword today, to pump iron is to lift. Oh, you do know what a wolf eel is? Okay, I gotta look up wolf eel. Wolf eel. Oh, they're gross. Oh my gosh, that's huge. Are you kidding me? That's how big a wolf eel is? Ugh, that's a dinosaur. Are you kidding me? 8 feet long? Good night. No, sir. No, sir. You leave that back in the depths. Oh my gosh, imagine catching that thing. A wolf eel. Ah. I don't like that at all. Why did you have me Google that, Callie? Golly. What is the deal? To lift, to pump iron. Your peer is your equal. Like the music of Rick James and James Brown. Funky. Animal that can't change his stripes, per the old adage. The tiger can't change his stripes. Pointed part of the fork is the tine. Doing business on the internet today. Ah, payday. Nice, you get money. Feels good to get paid. Dominant hand for Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani boy. When batting, he's lefty, but not when pitching. Resignation proclamation. I quit. In 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Mushrooms, mold, mildew, fungi. You do not want mold and mildew in your house. Oh, good. You balanced your checkbook. That's smart. Is this seat taken? And then the U-shaped instrument in ancient Greece, the lyre. I also play the lyre. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So in the Wordle today, we started with the word trunk and then deals. What's the big deal? And then that gave us the E and the L. And then the word pixel, because I thought, hey, what if it goes at the end? It does, but that was not the word. And then I tried vowel, which was the word. Self-referential puzzle, talking about vowels that inside the vowel. All right, the strands today. Heard at the board meeting. To liaise, I guess, to oversee. disrupt the market, align with company goals, to pivot, to change ideas, I guess. Scale, take what you do and make it bigger. It's a vowel heavy word, yeah. And then ideate, to come up with ideas. But who says that, ideate? That's funny. That is also letters. ID, well, I guess, and a number. ID8. I think I'm clever. All right. And then we did throughout for the letterbox. We did throughout. The T led to timbre. And then the E led to end. And that is the end. And if you liked what happened from the beginning to end, give this video a like and consider subscribing, because we do this every day. And sometimes it ends quicker, like today, and sometimes it ends later. Not doing the pips, I've noticed. Doing the pips, I was just over an hour. Not doing the pips, I'm somewhere in between like 35 minutes to less than an hour. Today we've been running for 46 minutes. That's kind of fun. Yeah, so as you can see, today's a triple header. Why is it a triple header? Well, because I've got this live stream, and then when I get back to the school in a half hour, I need to snarf something down real quick. But when I get back to the school, I am going to do 2 basketball broadcasts. We broadcast the boys' game, and then we also, or the girls' game first, and then we broadcast the girls' game. The girls' game, it's both varsity. We always do varsity games. But I'm looking forward to watching the players do their thing. So it's going to be fun. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for some fun chat. And oh my goodness, Tyson, thank you for the donuts and chocolate milk fund. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will absolutely take full advantage of it. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for a great stream. And I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.